Okay, so hi, tutorial, obviously. So you're gonna wanna grab the my brush, and you wanna go like right here where like the finger is. You choose that. You turn on force fade. This is sorry. This is my settings, so that really does help. Put on a new layer. Put this to multiply, and I usually grab like this color or whatever like color you have for here. Like usually I grab that color. Also, I apologize if you hear anything in the background. I'm currently home and I have dogs and apparently there's people. So you kind of want to outline like how the lines are. So you can see like how this is, but you want to make it like to your own, like this. Like you just want to kind of follow that line in a way, so it gives it more density. And black hair is pretty difficult to edit, but it is not impossible. Don't give up. Um, and yes, I do understand like this is a black is very hard to edit, and I hate editing black and white hair. But once you get the hang of it, you know, you just have to really practice how to do it and how to do this because it's not really easy. So what I like to do as well, I like to kind of go like outside like this and like this, like just kind of follow my lead in this. And I know that's what a lot of people say, but I don't really know how to explain it really well. So you kind of have to go like that, like kind of make lines to point into the inwards of the hair. This is what I like to do a lot because this is something that kind of gives it more definition of the hairs instead of it just being like normal and it being kind of boring. It gives it more volume and just more defined, kind of in a way. So you just have to outline this. I really like to outline kind of. And this is a new style that I'm practicing to do. I have another way how I used to do this. Um, and that way I'm more likely still gonna edit like that, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. So, and you always kind of like, so as you can see here, let me reset this. You know how you can see like this line, it goes like this? You kind of want to exaggerate it, so you kind of want to make it like more defined like that, like make it show more visible, so that way it could have more definition. And you can also, and also because it really just looks nice overall. I feel like, it doesn't like too boring or anything like that, and if anything, like it looks really good. And black hair, I really hate and editing black hair. It could be one of the most difficult hairs ever to do. And some people may say like, oh, it's really easy or it seems easy, but in reality, it really isn't. Especially how it's so dark and or even gray, like gray hair, because gray is like an undertone of black. So it's kind of like, difficult to do. But yeah, just kind of do this. And this is just gonna be the first layer. So this get hair, the hair takes a lot of layers. So if you're not prepared, please try to find a different way. You know, I wouldn't if you wouldn't like to do so many layers or so much time on the hair. Yeah, you do not wanna really do this because this will take time, most likely. So you just kind of want to go over your lines again. You know, just make sure that you have filled them all in and have followed the lines like as they are guidelines. So I try for like these. I don't know, change the colors. You can see for like these hairs, like these parts. Um, those I just fill them in. You'll see in a second. Uh, let's save that because I really don't want to confuse anybody who is watching this. I just don't want to confuse you and you having a hard time overall. I really want this to be a simple, easy tutorial that a lot of people could do, because I feel like a lot of tutorials, like I remember when I first started to edit, I would try to learn how to edit hair. It was too difficult for me, and people would say like, just follow my lead, just follow my lead. And I really didn't like that because I would never learn anything, or I couldn't, or I wasn't able to do it. So I kind of want to help more people. So this is how it should kind of look like. And as I said, like you kind of want to go like out like that and exaggerate it, the lines. Just want to add that, just in case. Um, so what I do next is, so you can see the tips here, like right here. These are tips. So what I like to do to these is kind of, in a way, like darken them. Oh, sorry, what I did. Um, so I like to go over these like this. And again, this is the same brush as we used in the beginning, which is my brush. This is not my brush, but the creator um put it as my brush. And so I kind of like to like do it like this. So you kind of want to like kind of go like that, like, because if you do this, what I do? So you do like this, it's too dark, as you can see. So I like to kind of like brush it gently. So just move your finger or whatever you're using gently. I use my fingers. So now just do this and just follow the lines. Well, not follow the lines, just do like every tip that you kind of want to do. Not even the small ones. I try to do the small ones as well because it's more detailed. So you could just, what's it called? You could just, like, if you ever get like out of the borders, like right here, you could just erase it, obviously. This is why the eraser. And I use IBS paint as a lot of people do. Um, and it's very, I use IBS and I learned how to edit for years and years now. So this is quite easy for me. And I know most skills or most tactics in IBS. But if you don't, just try to figure out and like use things. Okay, so that's that. And as you can see, like it's dark. But if you don't like it that dark, you could just kind of lighten it. But what I also like to do to the end right here is to kind of like blur the ends, like where it is, because I feel like it kind of gives it like a subtle change. Like it doesn't change it a bunch, but it does do something. Um, that's very useful. Um, so you kind of wanna. I try to duplicate it. I don't feel like doing that. So what I like to do as well is kind of like, how I said, how I said like to do like this gently, like to do that to the top, as this is very, you know, oh, I messed up. Um, to right here to give it again more definition, and it just helps it overall. So I'm gonna try to erase like the excess, erase that, and now it's just like there. So next what we will do is multiply again. I personally, you can use my brush or pencil graph. I personally like pencil graph too, or pencil, or like I prefer graph because this is just something that I learned in the beginning, so it's really easy. Oh, I didn't explain this part. Okay, okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? So you kind of just want to like make a line, and you just follow like these guidelines. Like how I said, like how you kind of want to give it definition, and you see how the hair, this part of the hair is moving down, you also want to move this strand. You want to move, I don't know, want to move this strand or whatever down, like how I said. So I hope you can understand this. If you need any more help, I'm here and open. Usually on my phone anyway, so yeah. So you just want to kind of, and then you know how the line, you kind of just want to like follow that shape and just add more lines to that shape. And again, you kind of want to end it where like it ends right here. And I generally like to give it like some space um with with right here. Like this area I like to give some space and put it more in the middle because I feel like that's the easiest thing in way and it looks nicer. Right now it doesn't look that nice because it's black. But it will be in a second. Just give us a second. So you just want to do it to like almost in every hair. You can also do it this way where how I did it right now. Like two, like a V kind of, like a long V. And just, or like a carrot, I guess, whatever you want to think about it as. And just kind of like follow that. Make that go to the top. And kind of do it to like every hair or any area that you really want to do it on. And make the big strands of hair. And it's coming together, so you just want to give it some time. Just do this for now. So I need to focus on one thing at a time because I really don't want to confuse anybody. Because that's probably going to be the worst thing. Sorry if you heard that. Because I don't know who did that, but somebody did that in my neighborhood. And my dog's about to bark. Um, so that should be really it for this part. Okay, so you can see this. If you don't like how dark and deep this is, if you don't like how deep this is, um, you could just lighten it, and I feel like that's better in a way. So what I do now is since we're doing with black, you just want to get a lighter gray, right? So what I like to do, we go back to either again with the graph or my brush. I generally prefer my brush, and you had to turn it on to add. I'm so sorry, I forgot to do that. Put it on to add, and right after you put it on to add, um, you just kind of like put it like where you kind of want it on the hair. Like for example, let me change it so I could put an arrow for you guys to see it. Like for example, like right here or right here, like kind of like on the top of every hair, because this could really like kind of help it, and well, you'll see in a second how it would look. So you just kind of put it on those areas. So let me just do that real quick. And this is just the first step on how to give it like that kind of shine and glow. Okay, so after that, you kind of want to erase. Okay, so just follow my lead. You kind of just, okay, so get this. You could get felt tip pen soft. I prefer this pen. So you just kind of like erase it. Like do like kind of push the bubble inside. So it could kind of like this, like that. Sorry, my voice sounds weird. So kind of do that to like all of them. And let me just do this. It's okay if it's even like if you erase a center by accident, because that's fine too. That's just another way how to do it. And a lot of people prefer that way or prefer like it's just skinny in the center. Doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. I personally really don't care. So, yes. Um, so you're gonna add another layer, and for this one, you're gonna have to use hard dip pen smooth. You can use any really pen, any other pen really, but I prefer that pen. And again, if you really want to go lighter or you want a more of a shine, do go for another color, like a lighter color of black. So like a gray. So we kind of go like that. And again, for this one, I am using my brush just to show you like it doesn't really matter how you do it. So I'm gonna show you what I did to these two. You just kind of draw a line and kind of just do like a scribble, right? And this just like shows defiance and the glow again, like how if whatever however you really want it, you know. And the lines don't have to be perfect, so don't even worry about that, you know. So after that, you go to add, and we're gonna kind of do it like how we did on this one, but we're gonna do it this way, a different way. So again, like how I said in the beginning, you're gonna need pencil graph, graphite or whatever. I personally use this one for this part because it's better. So you kind of just go like this to all of where you were on, where you kind of like drew the highlights on already. So it's kind of gonna look like this. You can lighten it if you don't like it like this, and I really didn't like that, but now I kind of do right now. So you add another layer. Yes, as I told you, it's gonna take a lot of layers. We're almost to 10 layers. So you could use graph, and you could like a darker or a lighter, whatever you prefer. Gray. I'm gonna go for darker. And don't forget to add it to add either. And you just put it like a line that goes through it. And you could put this lighter, and that's really it. You could do it like this. But what I prefer personally to do, well, that's not actually it. I'm so sorry. Um, well, you could leave it like this if you truly do like it like this already, and if you just want to finish it. Um, but what you can also do is, and what I personally like to do, as it gives them like more color and makes it pop out more. I like to go to the airbrush. It doesn't matter what airbrush you grab, just an airbrush. You grab a type of pink and or red, and you kind of just like do like a pink on the top, like where the face would be. Now, see, I didn't like really the pink how it looked, so I'm gonna kind of do like a red maybe, and like that. It really doesn't matter how it depends however you would want it. I think I prefer the pink now. Ironic, ain't it? So you kind of do it like that. And if you could just edit the eyes, or if you do, it's really nice. And especially if you do it like very lightly, then it's gonna look really good. So now what you could do is, okay, so go back to, and this is actually step, you don't have to do this, you could end it right here if you really truly do like this. Um, it just depends on how you prefer it. So you go, what I personally like to go is to my brush again. I know, right? Again, all over again. Put it to add. And what I like to do is kind of just go like this. Like go around all the shapes that you drew on. And this kind of just help like redefine it. Because as you can see, like it kind of gets lost in that. Um, you could put it like that. Or, but I personally don't like it like that. You could put it like this. Doesn't matter. Or you could just do it like this. Like kind of sponge it out. Or both. Whatever way you like it, it's on you, you know. You do you guys. Um like that. That's both of them on. And then just, and what I like to do with black hair is either I like a white maybe. I think a white would look good on this to make it look more like the sponge, or put lines. Like just follow my lead on this. I don't know how to explain it. I'm acting as if I know and I don't, but just kind of follow my lead on this, guys. Whatever you guys, you know, it's the finance, the finance. I don't know how to say it. And you could put it lighter, like lower, and voila, messy hair. Another thing you can add is just like, and I kind of like to do like sponges outside the hair, so it kind of looks messy, because not everybody's hair is really neat, and I really like that. So voila. So that's really it. Um, to me, I kind of don't like this. Um, but you know, you guys could probably do it better than I did. But I hope you guys liked this tutorial, and I hope you guys, this actually did help you guys edit black hair. Bye!